All right. One of my favorite episodes always is to interview the foreign exchange students. This year we have 3 of them instead of, it was 2 last year. So I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself. We can start with Lucas.
Hi, I'm Lucas Clark Fiuza, and I'm from Brazil. Yeah.
Where at in Brazil?
Fortaleza. It's like in the north of Brazil.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Salome. I come from Belgium. I'm 18.
Where at in Belgium? I'm going to put the maps, I think, on the
Okay.
podcast.
Okay, I live in the south, just on the border with Luxembourg and France.
What's the town?
Arlon. I'll
You'll
write
have to
it for
spell
you.
me. You'll have to spell it for me. Okay.
And I'm Aroa Castano Cusachs, and I'm from Spain, like 30 minutes away from Barcelona.
Okay. And then I asked Mallory McDonald to join us as well. And part of the reason is because Mallory has hosted, for 2 years, you hosted foreign exchange students.
Yep.
And I want to get some insight eventually to what that's like.
Okay.
So who are you guys staying with while you're here in America?
I'm with the Greens,
Okay.
Sheena Green and Casey Green. And yeah, and Presley is my host sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I stay with the Smith, so just down the road with Rylan, Emma, and Brendan and Sarah.
Okay.
And I'm staying with the Johnsons. Like, they don't have kids here, but it's Brian and Deborah are my host parents. And then I have a host sister, and she's Claire.
Okay. And feel free to ask whenever you want.
Okay.
Don't let me hold you. Don't let me hold you back. I have a lot of questions. If you want
Okay.
to jump in, you can.
Is this your first time in America, each of you?
No,
No.
No.
Really?
That's
no, I've been twice in Florida, Disney. Yeah,
Really?
You went to
Yeah.
Disney?
twice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You seem
love
like you
Disney.
love Disney, don't you?
I love Disney.
How many times have you been?
Over 30.
Oh my
Are you
God.
serious?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I was not expecting that. I've been
Yeah.
once 2 years ago. That was my first time.
We've gone since I was born, like every year. So
Oh,
That's awesome. That's fun.
been a lot.
Salome, where have you visited?
I went in America on the West Coast 6 years ago. We did a road trip
Okay.
for 3
Wow.
weeks.
That's
That's the only
cool.
Like
time I went.
California?
California, Nevada,
Yeah.
Utah, like all the big national park
Yeah.
and everything, and the
Oh,
big
that's cool.
cities.
That would have been beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I was in New York like 2 years ago, I think it was, for like 2 weeks.
And you two just went to New York City,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? That was for a foreign exchange student thing?
Yeah, it was an organization who organized trip for exchange students, and we were 150 exchange
Yeah.
students there,
From like all over.
all
the
over the.
country.
Yeah, there was people from Seattle or
Wow.
San Diego,
Alaska, even like.
Yeah,
Wait,
That's
foreign
so
exchange
cool.
student gets placed in Alaska?
Yeah, there was a guy
it's
that's
really
in Alaska.
random. You can like be in.
You can be from like Hawaii to Alaska, like.
Yeah.
but
Hawaii, here we go.
Yes.
I
I
love
think
to go
we
to
think that
Hawaii.
Alaska is like not really cool, but when the girl I talked about
Yeah.
with, she said it was amazing because it's really like the cities are really near each other,
Oh.
Yeah.
so you get to see
Oh,
each other a
yeah.
lot and do a lot of activities.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then you have that complete darkness for however many
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
It was this guy from Asia that was staying in Alaska. I don't know.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be rough.
Yes.
Did you love New York City during Christmas time?
Yes.
I want to go so bad.
I
So
think you'll
pretty.
love it.
Yeah, you would love it.
Do you guys like big cities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm from a big city.
That's
Yeah, 2 million people.
Oh
2
my
million?
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I live close to a big city. So.
Yeah, Barcelona. That makes sense. What's the closest big city to you, Aroa or Salome?
Um, honestly, so Belgium is really crowded in the middle and in the north.
Yeah.
But where I live, it's like we are a big city for here
Yeah.
because we're 30,000. But for Belgium, every time I say that I'm from Arlon, they're like, "Oh my God, you come from the end of Belgium. No one
Yeah.
lives there."
Yeah.
So I would say that the biggest city nearer is Brussels, the capital.
Okay. How many people are in Brussels?
I have no idea.
Okay,
Honestly,
I don't know.
no idea.
I don't either. That's why I asked you. Okay. Where would you like to visit in America?
That's a good question. Well, I would say wanted to go to New York. So
Yeah.
when I had the opportunity to go, I went. I would love to go to Chicago. We already went, but like just to discover it even more because we stayed there a weekend and I just loved it.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
pretty.
Yep, it's a great city.
I think I would choose like maybe Hawaii or California, but because they're like the biggest thing. Like it's usually Hawaii, New York, California, and other stuff. So we've already been to New York, so it's like checklist. And then maybe also Chicago, but because it's pretty close to where we are right now,
Yeah.
so it's like easier to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawaii's awesome. The problem is getting to Hawaii. It's just such a
Yes.
long flight.
And it's so expensive.
They're
Yeah.
used
It's
to
very
the long
expensive.
flights, though.
That's true.
With the organization, we went to New York. We also had the opportunity to go to Hawaii, but the flight was like $1,000 just to go, and then you had to pay for
Yes.
the trip.
We had to pay for like, and also like all the activities were like
Really
they weren't
expensive.
included, and I also feel like it's a really long flight, but it's almost like what it took us to come here to go to Hawaii. And
Yeah, it's probably 10 or 11 hours from here.
it's longer than it took me to come
Yeah.
here.
It's 9 from
Like-
Chicago.
Yeah.
That's where I flew out of.
You went to Hawaii?
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
my freshman year.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
I've been
Very
to Hawaii
cool.
as well.
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My wife did an externship there. We stayed on a military base. She was there for 8 weeks. I was there for 4 weeks. We stayed on a military base, and she worked as an eye doctor there. And then I just got to go around and have fun. while she
That's so
worked.
cool.
Yeah. What has your experience been like so far in America?
All right.
All right.
No, it's like
It's fine.
yeah, it's okay. Like it's I don't know how to say. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's different. Like
Is it what you
culture.
expected, or is it?
No, like kind of, but I don't know. Like I expected to visit more places, but I'm here like for 6 months, so we still can visit. So
Yeah.
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 And you're like, I got to Iowa. I came to Iowa. Like, what were your reactions when you got the paper and you're like, Iowa? Where's Iowa?
I didn't know Iowa was a state.
I didn't think so.
I don't know. Like when I saw the picture of the family, I like it
Yeah.
and was really excited. Yeah. Hope it's
Yeah. Cool. What has your guys' experience been like?
I think like the word, it's like different. It's
Yeah.
not good or bad. It's just so different than the things that we're used to back home.
Yeah.
Because at least for me, they told me to come with no expectations, so you wouldn't be like upset about anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I mean, even though you try, of course, you come
Yeah.
with certain things because you've seen a lot of people doing it, but it's just different. That's like the word that I think describes the best, the whole experience.
Yeah.
I think also for me personally, being in a family with other like host sisters that are my age, it really helps to just meet other people and do stuff. Because when Rylan does something, she tries to bring me with so that I get to do the most thing I can do. And I think also being involved in Key Club or even like cheer, it's also really helping to meet other people.
I think one of the things that you like me, Aurora don't have a host sister.
Yeah.
And me have a host sister, but she don't hang out with people here.
Yeah.
So like it's just me and my own. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that makes me think of, I guess, the question we have down. What was your first week like then? Were you pretty
First
nervous?
week, I don't know. I just
It was hard.
no.
No.
I think the first week was like
It's-
discovering and
Yeah.
seeing
the first week is the
everything.
It's
best one,
okay.
I think.
Did any of you cry on the first day of school?
Yes.
No.
Cry? That's completely
No.
fine.
I didn't cry
because
yet.
No, I
Laya
didn't.
cried. She'll
Excuse
admit
me.
that. She'll probably watch this. Laya cried.
I cried the Wednesday, and I had to come home because I couldn't stay here.
Yeah. I get that. It'd be hard.
I think
for me
It's
it's
so different.
it's like, oh okay. I'm
Yeah.
no. I
my
think
mom.
Gable.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
My mom, every time I call her, she asks, miss her? And I said, yeah, but like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I miss her, but it's not like a big thing. I'm like just living my life 1 year. I'm going to see her again. So
Mhm.
I think you get used to it also to
Yeah.
not see
Yeah.
them every
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I feel like, for example, for me, the first week was the best one. But because I came here the 7th, so my first week was like vacation with my host
Yeah,
family.
your first week was crazy.
Yeah, we went to the Ozarks, so it was like vacation. Like, I feel the first week is always the best one because, as Salome said, it's just discovering everything is new. Everything, like, you're so excited for everything. And I wasn't like at school, so I still had time to like discover everything and do new things before entering to school. And then I feel like the second or the third week was the worst one because it's when you start to realize, like, okay, like, I'm away from my family. It's gonna be a long time, and it's like really far away. And then it like was with school at the same time, so it was harder.
And I think when you go to school, it's like, oh my God, so much new things. I would love to share it with like my parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, no, like you can because they're 7 hours away
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What day you got here?
7th, August 7th.
7 August. Yeah.
Lucas, what's your time difference from your family?
Just 3 hours.
3
Oh,
hours?
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
That European
Was
time
2
difference
hours,
is
7.
But
bad.
the time change here, so
Oh.
become 3.
yeah.
Daylight savings time.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I forgot what I was going to ask.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. We continue on. What do you miss most about home?
Personally, I used to play a lot of field hockey. So even though I still play sport here, it's just weird to see my friends still playing together. I'm like, oh, so I have to wait a year before playing with you again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just that, but it's more also seeing them playing together and be like, well, I'm gonna try a new sport, but I'm not really good, so I'm gonna stay on the bench.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't used to it, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
just discovering another sport for a year. It's fine.
Yeah.
And just also your friends and family when you see them all hang out together, like, oh, I wish I was
Now
there with them,
Christmas.
even though you have fun here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything, but not like in a sad way. It's
Yeah.
just like family. I mean, they're still your family anyway. But, like, friends, I gotta say that I'm really happy how I'm like handling like all this friend situation because I thought it would be not harder, but like it would be like watching them hang out without me. I was like, oh, but they'll still like include me,
Yeah.
like in a way.
That's good.
So I think both parts of us are like handling in a good way. And also I really miss Spanish food a lot.
That's what Maya said too. And we went to a restaurant in Chicago, I think, and their Spanish food was amazing.
I'm gonna go there because I
But
miss
don't-
it a lot.
She said their Spanish omelet was not good.
Okay.
What is it about the Spanish food that you miss? Just the freshness or?
Yeah, like, I don't know everything because it's right, like the
The spices
freshness, it's
or-
not the same. But then there are certain things that even though you try to cook them here, you don't have the exact same ingredients. So you can basically do that because we've got certain meats or certain things that you don't have.
Also, don't try to send jamon here
No,
because they will take it.
they take it away.
What is that?
It's
Like ham,
It's-
like it's kind of
yeah,
like
it's
prosciutto, like
ham.
the Italian kind of.
it's
Okay.
delicious.
But you cannot.
That's why they don't
send
want
it.
to let it come to the U.S.
Really?
Like
It
you
won't get
cannot.
through customs?
You cannot send anything like meat, like fresh.
Coffee too.
Coffee?
too?
Yeah, because
can't
of
send
the take the smell of the weed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Oh.
what drug smugglers use. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
that
didn't
makes
bring
sense.
coffee.
Are you a big coffee drinker then?
Yeah,
Because
every
Brazil's
day.
known for
every
their
day.
coffee.
Casey drink every day, and I drink with him. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And what I miss, I think my friends, family, my dog, and my lunch, like because here you don't have big lunch. It's like just snacks.
Yes.
And for me, it's like my biggest meal is in the lunch, and I miss that.
that's also a thing that I realized. Like here, sometimes you just eat when you're hungry. Like you're just snacking all
Yeah.
the time. If it's lunchtime, you're not hungry, you don't eat. And
Yeah.
like in Spain, it's also like lunch. It's the big meal. It's when you usually sit like with your family and sometimes here they don't even have lunch because they've been hungry before. They've snacked and they're not hungry anymore. So
Yeah. So you guys don't eat like snack throughout the day?
Yeah, but like
Not that
just
way.
between breakfast, lunch, and lunch, dinner.
Yeah, same.
Like we, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but we use, if it's lunch, you just, like my mom will cook lunch and then we'll all sit at the table and eat
Yes.
and maybe like
Yeah.
spend an hour and a half
Yeah.
just taking time to eat and talk and everything,
Mhm.
and then the same for dinner,
Yeah.
and then you'll
Same
just
thing.
have maybe a snack at 4 in the afternoon
Yeah.
before eating, but
Hmm.
not like a snack or I'm
Yeah.
just gonna cook some chicken tenders and then I'll
Yeah,
eat them.
no, that. Because for example, we have lunch pretty late, like 1:30, 2 p.m., 2:30 sometimes.
Is the eating schedule really weird for you? I'm not
Yes.
sure what your guys' eating schedules are like
No.
in your
Yeah.
country, but
Yeah.
you
It's
guys eat
really
dinner at
early.
like 10 o'clock at
Yeah,
night.
I like
What?
last year I had English lessons at 10:30, so I used at 10, so I used to have
At
dinner.
night?
Yeah, I used to have dinner at 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
But like as we
Make sure.
eat like around 1:30, 2 p.m., 2:30 sometimes, because we get out of high school at 2:30, and then it's when we have lunch, and then we have dinner like 9:30, 10. In between that, we've got merienda, which is like a snack.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that's the only time like we snack, like we eat something between meals.
So what time do you guys wake up then? Like in the morning?
There,
7? So you're up from 7 till
6, mine 6.
I'm in bed by 10 o'clock at night.
That's crazy. Like that's my host dad goes to sleep at 9:30, and
yeah,
I'm like,
me too, because I have kids.
I'll
I
be
have young
having
kids.
dinner at that time, or not even that, like just watching TV or doing homework.
Even the adults are up that late?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm in bed. Like I have 3 little kids. They're in bed. I'm sleeping.
I mean, it's true. At least in Spain, usually families that have younger kids have dinner like at 8:30, and then they go to sleep a little bit earlier. And it's true, like my parents don't stay up until like 11, but most teenagers, you just
Yeah. Crazy. I bet that's an adjustment then.
Yes.
'Cause we don't eat after basically 7, right? Like that's a late dinner for us.
Mm-hmm.
I eat dinner with my wife and my kids at like 5:30.
Do you eat a senior citizen dinner?
I do. We had to get the special.
But before sleeping, you're not like hungry.
No, I'm not actually.
Oh.
No.
I
Oh.
would be.
I mean,
yeah, me too.
my son is. I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah, like I think before going to sleep here, I'm hungry, so I snack. So like the snack that I would do in Spain between lunch and dinner, here I do it after dinner, because I'm still hungry. Like I don't go to sleep at 9, so I've had dinner at 5:30, so I'm hungry.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys go out to eat a lot in your countries, or do you mainly eat dinner at home, or like
Home.
eat lunch at home?
Home, like in the week, during week home, but
Yeah.
weekends, every Sunday morning, like lunch, after church, we go out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
I think I've never eaten out as much as since I came here.
Wow.
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we always eat out. Like, oh, you know what? Let's just grab McDonald's or Subway or anything. When I was home, I barely eat fast food or anything. It was just
Yeah.
going home and eating dinner or lunch, and then
Yeah, like during weekdays, we used to eat at home. And then it's true that during the weekends in Spain, we've got like a really outgoing culture.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually have lunch or dinner at like restaurants, but it's not like eating out here. It's like going to a fast food place. For us, it's like going to a
nice
restaurant.
restaurant.
Yeah.
So like here would be considered like a fancy restaurant. For us, it's not. And we
Yeah,
also have like
and same.
a culture of like bars, but here bars is more like drinking. We've got bars of just like eating.
Mhm.
So that's where you usually go to, because we've got like a really social and outgoing culture. So
Here you eat different too. Like
Yes.
we have fork. We eat fork and knife. You eat like just with the fork.
yes.
yeah, you guys don't eat
You guys
with
eat, you guys
knives.
eat like the proper way, like
And
Woody
Yes.
Allen would.
Yeah.
And the knives are different. Like they're not sharp enough for me at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah,
you
we
got
use
like the butter
knives.
ones.
Yeah,
That,
butter
those
knives.
are not useful.
Yep. Well, we have the steak knives, but we usually don't get those to kids. But
We use that one for everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I do that one too. The kitchen, because my house just have like 2 knives.
Yeah. So you guys have the whole proper setup, like when you sit at home, like you'll have like 3 spoons or 2
No,
spoons.
no.
or
No,
two
just
Mm.
one spoon, one
Yes.
fork, one knife.
Like if
Okay.
it's like a special dinner, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it's Christmas, my grandma's gonna set up everything, but
yeah, like
deep
that.
down she knows that we're only gonna use like the closest to the plate.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna use the
And
whole
sometimes
set.
2 cups.
So it's not
one
that
for wine
formal.
And
But
Exactly.
no, you know something that's also different? I don't know in your family, but at the Smith, we only eat in like plastic plates.
Yeah.
No, no.
Oh, paper
We-
plates.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just like that plastic plate that you put in the dishwasher. We
Okay.
don't.
Yeah.
Like it's just all ceramic
paper.
plates or anything. I'm like, whoa. Like the first time I saw it, I felt like it was just kids' plates.
Yes.
because that's what we give to kids.
Like
but here,
birthday party.
Yes.
plates.
Well, I think that's different for each American family because my house, we eat off of ceramic plates, but our kids get plastic plates
Yeah.
because we're afraid they're going to break them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's just different for different families.
Yeah.
We mostly eat off of paper plates that we can just throw away.
Yeah.
And so does my parents. So do my parents and my brother. But we do ceramic and dishwasher stuff. What do you speaking of the food? What do you think of the food here in America?
It's not really.
What do you think about the food that like? We don't want to offend your host parents, but like, what do you think about the food that like we make in America? Not like fast food necessarily.
Honestly, Sarah has been doing good. Like, I think I think I'm lucky because she makes dinner every day, and I think she's doing good. Okay, it's not the meal I would do at home, but it's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's alright. Like they eat a lot of Mexican food too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they are nice too. One time I was like 2 months here, and I realized I didn't eat fish yet here, and I said that, and she bought salmon for us. It's very good.
Yeah, like my host mom and my host dad, it's true that they cook, but I don't know like their host families, but I've realized that even though they cook and they like homemade dinner or lunch, it's not 100% homemade. Like in Spain, you would eat smashed potatoes, and you would grab those potatoes, you would boil them, and then you would smash them.
Yep.
You're gonna bake, you don't grab like those, like you make the dough in like
From scratch.
from scratch.
Yep.
You don't buy like so it's like even though they still bake, they still cook. It's not as 100% as we would do. I don't know. It's kind of weird because I saw them like, yeah, we're gonna eat soup, and then they brought out a can, and I was like, that's not soup. That's not soup.
Like we're gonna make a cake. Here's a box.
Yes, a box. And I'm like,
Put it in the
The
microwave.
eggs.
It's gonna
A lot of it has to do in America. A lot of it has to do with a schedule and timing. And America is so busy, and we focus so much on work. I think that
Yes.
we have produced terrible boxed food that's quick and easy to make, so that when we come home, we can have dinner on the table, and it's terrible for you. And that's why you see a lot of Americans that are obese, essentially, and fat.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the world stereotype of Americans. I would imagine,
kind of.
Yeah.
right?
What's your favorite food that you've had in America?
That's a good question.
that's a hard one.
Apparently, it's none.
No. Oh my god.
Is it a dessert? Is it?
I don't know. Chicken fillet. I love it.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh yes, I love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
My Brendan did, I don't know how you call it, but it's an apple and then it's like crust around it, and it's kind of a apple crumble. But
Oh, that sounds good.
yeah, I don't know how it's called, but it was so good, and with cinnamon and everything.
Like an apple crisp?
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, and I was
Okay.
like, oh my god, you have to do that again because that was so good.
An American thing would be put some vanilla ice cream on it too.
Yes,
Wow.
that's what we did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Chick-fil-A, and the things that my host family has cooked. My host dad is really good with desserts,
Ooh.
and my host mom, I love her strawberry shortcake. That's really
I
good.
love strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake.
But,
so
like,
good.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, like
Yeah.
good.
So going back to your fish thing, if you were not in Iowa, you're in the Midwest in Iowa, what we would call the Midwest of the United States, and we eat a lot of beef and pork. If you were on the coast or in the South, you would eat a lot more fish and shrimp
I know.
and things.
Yeah.
But-
But it's because Christina don't like the smell of fish. So my house don't.
Oh,
have fish.
that
Our
too,
house doesn't
that
eat
too.
fish either.
I
None of us
like
it.
almost like not every day. I eat more chicken
Yeah.
in Brazil, but it's
I remember one time
Grab.
we went to the restaurant, and there was a salmon sandwich, and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna take that," and the whole family looked at me, and they were like, "Oh my god, what are you taking? Like, no, we're not here for that." I was like, "No, I miss salmon. Like, I want to have salmon."
Yeah, my host dad loves fish, but it's true that like having talked to some classmates here, they've told me like, have you eaten like, do you eat shrimp? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, well, here it's expensive, like to eat crab or to eat. In Spain, it's not. Well, I live 30 minutes away from the Mediterranean Sea,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's easier to get all this kind of fish or like seafood. But it's true that I miss it because like it's not that I would eat it every single day, but I would eat it more often than I do here.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love lobster, but I'm paying $20 for a lobster tail,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
and we just don't eat it. And my wife's allergic to seafood. But what's the biggest difference between like your school experience here and in your country? Difference in like the culture.
Here it's easy.
It's easy. That's what every foreign exchange student says.
Really
Very
easy.
Like
you don't have tests. I mean, you do have tests, but you don't really
study.
need to study for
Yes.
it.
Big exams and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't study since I got here. Like just did homeworks and assignments, but studied nothing.
No.
And how long would you study for, like back in your country?
Oh my god.
Like
Maybe
every
from
day.
like 5 to 7 every day.
Like every day, but I didn't really study a lot. But I was been good in class.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every Saturday we have 45 test question. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully your bad habits here don't transfer back to.
That's what I'm scared
That
of.
is-
Like losing my ability to
Yes.
focus and study.
Please be careful of that because I've yes. There have been
It can happen.
some struggles. Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully she
Bad,
doesn't watch
bad,
this.
bad American habits can transfer.
Don't let them transfer because you don't want to get a bad grade on your tests.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
And like
Um,
here, like during week we just study. Like and weekends we hang out. But here you hang out like every day. every
Yes.
At
single-
night and stuff, like during the week.
Yeah.
No, but like the seniors here like had like 3 hours of class and go to
Oh yeah.
play video games and stuff. We do that just in the weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I think another difference is that here you have the same class every day.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mhm.
in Belgium, I always had a different schedule every day,
Yeah.
which was the same every week, but it differed. So I had
Yeah.
every day a different day. Like
Huh.
here, it's more like okay, you have the same day every day, and you just repeat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you stay in your class and the teachers.
Yeah. I stay in my classes usually.
I used to move like here.
No,
Well,
I
depend.
stay in
Like
my class.
we've got in Spain at least we've got our group, and it's when we take like the subjects that everybody has to take. So it would be like U.S. history, English, and other stuff, math. Because we don't do math like here. You have pre-calc, algebra. We take math in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
So we would have those classes, and then the elective ones. Then it's when we would move classes. Like if someone has physics at the same time, someone is taking Latin or art. So then is when we would move. But if not, you usually stick with the same like 30 people all the time, and the schedule changes a lot.
Yeah.
And you gotta study more. Like here, it's pretty easy.
That's what we hear a lot. Yep, I agree. And I think I think our education system has been watered down a lot, actually. But I don't know.
I mean, but there are things that I like. Is for example, like in Spain, I feel like here you also teach kids useful things in life.
Like government and everything.
Yes.
I didn't have that back in
I
Belgium.
didn't
Yeah.
have that either.
Really?
Some things I think is good, like economic.
Yeah, finance, all that stuff.
Finances, we don't have that.
I
It's
don't
just
have that.
Like we study, but we're going to see that in college. But in real life, most of the things we're not going to use.
Yeah.
I think also here you can be more prepared to go to college because you've had the opportunity to have to take a different classes. Well, in Belgium, you will just say, okay, I'm going to this option, but so you'll have more science or more math. But like, I didn't have the chance to try maybe economics or like social sciences. So you just think you like something, but here you have the opportunity to just try everything and know what you like.
And also related with this study, I remember we both talked to Raylan about our finals back in our home country, and they're really different. Like you said that here.
Yeah, I
told
have
you,
like
you gotta study this, and that.
Yeah, I have like here I don't know for the finals, but for the tests, you're gonna say, oh, okay, this question is gonna be this.
Yeah.
You're gonna write an essay
About that. Yeah.
But for us, it's more like, okay, we've seen all of this. You just study that, and then you'll see what the question is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just chapter 1, 2, and 3. I'm just gonna ask whatever I want.
And even if you do the test like one day, you're gonna see the questions and study in the night, and you're gonna do the test tomorrow too.
Yeah. Imagine in U.S. history tomorrow, I give you a test, and I don't tell you what's on the test. How would my students react?
They would
They
be
would freak
pissed.
out. They would be
No,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
but-
you
Definitely,
haven't
like,
told
cry.
us."
Right? Like that, we have been so used to us getting stuff, like give me stuff, it's mine, like entitled, that like it's such a hard culture thing to change. I think.
But personally, I'm glad so that at least I know what I have to study.
Yes,
That's
Yeah,
like,
what
I
that's
don't
what
have
I
to
just
sit
said.
there and also like when I had a test in Spain, it would usually be like, you've got an hour of class, you've got an hour. That's it. You wouldn't have like the chance to come like next day finish it like in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or retaking it. There are some tests that you
Yeah,
cannot
retaking
retake, or you
too.
gotta wait until the whole term is done until you can retake it. So that grade is gonna stay there if you failed.
Yeah,
Until
Laya's
you-
going through that right now. She took a test, had to retake it, and then she didn't do well on her retake. So now she has to wait till the end of the school year
Exactly,
to take it again.
retake
But
it again.
We can't
Wow.
retake it, Mike.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't. It's
I-
just if you fail, you fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yep, do better next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip it down a couple. How often then do you talk to your family and friends? Do you talk to them every week, every day?
Family, like once in 3 days maybe,
Okay.
when she call me.
She calls you. You don't call her.
Yeah.
You heard that, Mom.
And my friends, like we have a group chat, so
Yeah.
almost every day we
Okay.
talk. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think like my mom always sends me a message when she's done with her day, so I receive it maybe like around 1 or 2, and she just tell me like what she did or like news from the family, and then my friends would just snap, and so you just got the news from each other, but
Yeah.
not I wouldn't say every day, but at least every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like texting every day, but because they send you something, and when I can, I see it and I answer, and when they can, they reply me. So it's like there's not a conversation almost like at the same time, because it's pretty hard, because when I'm at school, they have free time, and when they're at school, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
So it's like there's not a conversation. It's just text. And then it's true that I call pretty often. Well, pretty often. Because I also, like, not with my friends, not that much. I thought I would call them more often than I'm actually doing it. But we do a lot of, like, voice messages.
Oh. Yeah.
So,
I think-
like, before, if I'm doing, I don't know, I'm tidying up my room, I just set my phone there, recording, and I just yap about everything that has
I've
been going
noticed
on.
that a lot with both of my exchange students. They send voice messages all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mine are like 10 minute long, and then I
No,
play
10
my
minutes
friends
is a
one.
lot.
Like or on Snapchat
You'll
where
s-
it gives you like limits on how long it can be.
Yes.
I'll get like 10 from Laya, and I'm like, okay.
And you'll sit and listen to.
Yeah, it's like a podcast. Then I'm tidying
Oh,
up my
yeah,
room,
okay.
and I listen to my friend yapping about her math test
Okay.
while I just do everything, and then I answer her with 10 minutes long again. So
That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah.
I think like calling your friends is more difficult because they're so busy.
yeah,
And we are also busy. And then when you have time, I personally prefer calling my mom or my family just to give them news more than my friends, even though I miss them so much. But I know that my mom will more likely be free to call
Yeah.
than my friends. So
Yep.
that's why I call them more.
Yep. What about holidays? What has your experience of American holidays been like?
Thanksgiving was okay, like was nice, and I think it was just Thanksgiving we had.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
And
think
Halloween.
Halloween.
yeah.
How did you
Halloween
like
was
Halloween?
okay. I like it, and yeah, was okay.
I think I'm excited to see how Christmas is gonna be
Yeah,
because we
Christmas
hear
I'm
so
excited
much
too.
about the gathering and like everyone is so excited for it. So I'm really excited to see how it is. And I think Thanksgiving was really nice to meet all the family because I've heard so much. So and also just see like how it goes, like the food. Everyone has been talking about it. So I was like, okay, no, I gotta try it.
Yeah.
So when it was Thanksgiving, I had my plate. It was full of everything I could take. I was just like, I need to try everything before I come back.
You like it?
I think it was okay. Yeah, I like the casseroles and everything. Did you like it?
I like the restaurant I had been, but
You like the what?
the restaurant,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
but not the actual food of Thanksgiving. No,
You don't like the turkey or
No.
stuffing or
No.
corn?
no.
Potatoes.
I ate beef in the
Oh.
restaurant, not turkey, but was
see.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Thanksgiving was okay, but because it was like it wasn't close to what Christmas is for me, but it was closer to like just a family lunch that I usually have on a Saturday.
It's just another day in Spain.
Yeah, usually with like I'm used to every Saturday or like every 2 Saturdays or Sundays just meeting up with my grandparents and my aunt and my parents. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like that because it wasn't as big as like Christmas. But it's true that I feel like Christmas is gonna be like a bigger deal because just seeing people's houses and how they're decorated is like, oh my god, that's big. Like I don't decorate like that in Spain, like not close to that.
Yeah, and we start our Christmas season basically
October.
like after Halloween.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
in October.
October before Halloween, there was already like Christmas trees in Hobby Lobby, and I was like, we're not even done with Halloween. You're already setting up like
We still have Thanksgiving
elves
to go.
and
Mhm.
Santa.
Yeah.
I think just for Thanksgiving, I was expecting like we stayed there at the house of the family for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which for us, when we have a family gathering, we just spend the whole day there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we will come at like 11 and come and go home at like 9.
Yeah.
So when we got there at 4:30
Yeah.
and left at 7,
Uh-oh. Class is dismissed.
I was just surprised to see how short it was because
Yeah.
I was used to have long gathering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What does Christmas look like in your country?
Christmas. It's like I think it's more like Thanksgiving because the whole family get together, and sometimes we have presents. It's not like here you have like presents for every single one, but it's nice. It's really nice.
We go all to my grandma's house for Christmas Eve. We open the gifts and we do a secret Santa, so just between my family, and then we'll eat. We'll have dinner with a starter and then main dinner and then dessert. Then we sleep all at my grandma's house, and then the next day during Christmas we have lunch together, and then maybe at like 5 we will leave and just go home. So it's like a 2-day thing.
That's
2
fun.
days.
Yeah.
That's fun.
My Christmas is 3 days because it's 24th, 25th, and 26th. And then we've got like 31st, January 1st. And we give presents the January 6th, not like
Yeah.
Christmas.
Wow.
So
What's that day called again?
the 6th,
Yeah.
Reyes. Like we do the like 3 wise men.
Is that the
It's
holiday
like
where
the Three
like
Kings or
It's like
something.
3 kings.
is that the
Los
holiday
Reyes
where like the
Magos.
guy poops on a log or something?
No, that's the
the
25th.
pooping log
Oh.
is on Christmas.
Yeah, that's on Christmas. The
I'm
pooping
ready
log.
to use my pooping log this year.
Wait, what is it?
I'm gonna show you a picture.
Please do.
It's basically a
Yeah.
log,
find it.
I'll
like,
pull up a picture of the
okay.
pooping log.
and you go into the forest with your parents to the woods, and you find it, and then you gotta feed it and give food to it so it gets fat until the 25th, and then the 25th you hit it and it poops presents for you. That's only done like in
Is
my
that a
region.
pooping log?
Yes. That's only done like in
cute.
Catalonia, which is like my state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so yes, like it's usually going to have lunch or dinner at my grandparents' house, and just hopping between both of like their houses, presents, and then just eating. And one thing that I realized, at least in my host family, Thanksgiving was like a bunch of food in the table, and you just grab whatever you want. For me, Christmas is like a Salome, so it's like a main thing, and then like everyone eats the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not like just. Of course, we've got certain food like in the middle of the table, so you just grab. But everyone has like the same main dish, and then like second, and then like the dessert.
Yeah.
It's not
and
like
for
you
me,
pick-
like my family, my both family is very big, so it's like the whole week is like
Yeah.
parties, like dinners, lunch, like
Mhm.
with like I have like 3 get together with my family just with one family.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very big. My grandfather have like 11 brothers and
Oh my God.
Yeah.
siblings. Yeah.
Do you guys
My dad's one of 10.
Yeah.
So,
do you guys have any other weird Christmas traditions
that weird?
like the pooping log?
No,
No.
I'll leave that to Spain.
How about New Year's? Because I know Spain does the grapes.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Do
we
you guys
have
do
that.
the grapes.
I had never heard of it before going on TikTok and just seeing everyone just
Yeah.
talking about that, and then we just started doing it with my friends.
I don't know what the
That's cool.
grapes
But I
are.
think like 2 years ago, it's just really
What are the
fresh.
grapes?
You eat 12 grapes during like the last 12 seconds of the year.
isn't
For
it under a
for
table?
one for each
Okay,
month.
you've seen the
if
under
you
the
want,
table?
Yeah.
if you
Okay,
want a boyfriend in the new year, you go under a table.
you go under
right?
the table and you eat the 12 grapes under the That's something that has been going
Yes.
on like lately with teenagers.
It's really hard to eat the
That's
grapes
what I was
in the
thinking.
12 seconds.
No, it has like its technique because like you gotta grab not the smallest ones because they're not sweet, but like the tiny ones. And usually what I do is I take off the seeds. So you like slice them. So then when you bite the grape, like if you slice it vertically, you're gonna like bite it like horizontally.
Yeah.
So that way it breaks in four and you just chunk like
I
you
feel
just
like
swallow
that's
it.
Wow.
cheating.
No, it's not. Then
Wow.
you just
I
swallow
was
it.
told I had to eat the whole grape last
I mean,
year.
you have, but like
Can I just
you
shove
cannot
12
chew it.
grapes in my
It
mouth?
was it was very difficult.
You cannot
It got
chew
to the
it.
point where I
Hard.
thought I was gonna choke.
It's
and
like
it
the
was
cinnamon
not.
challenge.
Yeah,
Here-
usually people just get it like
Here
in.
in New Year,
Yeah.
you use just white shirts or like white,
Do
like-
what?
like white.
White?
You
Yeah,
were what?
no?
Oh,
No. Here?
Yeah.
Typically, the adults go out and any occasion in America to drink is
White.
yeah,
Like,
and they'll get
dress
dressed
like
up.
white.
And they'll get dressed up not white.
Yeah, for us it's like New Year. Everybody dressed like with white shirt.
Oh, you
Wow.
do?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's cool.
So, but if you want a New Year, if like get rich, you dress like yellow.
oh,
But
Oh.
if you want like I think green is peace, and some colors have meaning, but
I'm
I
wearing
feel
That's
yellow.
like a
cool.
lot
but
of us wear
everybody
like
use
black.
white.
Yeah, same.
Like I feel like our
We-
New Year's colors
we
are
were-
like black and gold.
red.
For
exactly.
us
Well,
it's white.
Silver.
You're a
Yeah.
colorful country, though, right?
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
guys wear a lot of bright
Yeah.
colors.
But for New Year, everybody goes to the beach, see the fireworks, and with white shirts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We were something red.
For New Year?
It's usually your underwear, like.
Oh.
So, yeah, because that way, that way you can wear whatever you want to, but you're still wearing something red.
I thought you meant you're only in your underwear.
No, no, it's cold. You cannot go that way. No, you wear something red, but usually you just wear your underwear red.
I got you. Okay. So this is the part of the podcast where we just need to pause it real quick so we can get the food out. But we're going to try some food from your country
Okay.
done by America. It's probably going to be
By
terrible.
Walmart.
By Walmart.
Yeah.
Is it Walmart?
Yeah, it's probably going to be. It's an international company. It's gonna be good. So we're just going to pause it just for a second. All right. So we're back. We filled the table with a bunch of goodies. So
Yum.
first of all, we have flan from supposedly Spain, and they have flan in
Yeah.
Brazil as well. But we don't have a lot of Brazilian products in America, actually.
I think you do, but not here, like in Iowa,
Not in Iowa. So
maybe Florida.
I found that you guys grow cashews. So we got some cashews. These are pomegranate vanilla flavored, which I think could sound good. And then we have some cocoa flavored cashews. And then we have some espresso hazelnuts, which I don't know if you guys grow hazelnuts. And then we have an entire cookie platter of Belgian cookies, is what we're going to try today.
Yep.
And then America, my favorite Christmas treat, the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes,
Iconic.
which are iconic in America around
A
this time
staple.
of year. Have you guys like seen these everywhere?
No.
No.
We have that at home.
Oh, do you?
They're
Yeah.
amazing.
See? Okay. My wife has like earrings of these things. Like they're
Oh, whoa. Okay, that's a big thing.
that's a big thing. Anyway, what do you want to try first? The flan, which
Yeah.
we're gonna eat with a fork apparently because that's all I have, as it's liquid all over. This looks terrible.
Nice plate.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Really?
Tastes good to me.
Yep.
Salome, was it you saying that you have a certain way to eat flan at home?
So, we don't do that a lot, but we sometimes when you're with your friends, you will put it on a plate upside down. Then you take the container off, and then you just choke it.
Apparently, you do the same thing in Spain.
What did you say?
So okay, imagine you have the plate there in front of you, and then you just try to eat all of it in one time. So it'll be like,
Yep.
Like what we do to Jello,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. I might have to go to Mezcal with you guys and see you do that.
And do you usually put like whipped cream? Because some like, not like this kind of flan, but if you like actually cook it, you usually put like whipped cream around with it, and you eat it like flan and whipped cream. It's
Ooh.
kind of good.
How do you make flan?
I have no idea. I know that there are like 2 different types, and the one that is more
They're all
typical, it's made
hazelnuts.
of like egg. Like in my region, it's made of egg. So, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, I thought it was mostly made of egg, so I don't.
It's good.
I'm trying the hazelnuts. Ooh, a lot of coffee there.
that's a good.
I like coffee. We do have some rapid fire questions for you as we eat to kind of keep the audience interested instead of just like listening to it.
Did I want to have an ASMR from us?
Yeah. Have you cooked anything for your host family from your country, and what have you cooked? Lucas just took a big bite. Good
Okay.
timing.
Okay, so we had a picnic with our organization, so we had to cook something for them. So I did crepes.
Crepes.
Yeah.
Oh, they were yours?
Yeah.
They were good. They were good.
So I did that. I also did quiche, which, okay, I put too much salt when I did it. So it wasn't my best quiche. But they said, my host family said it was good, just they would eat it more in the morning. And then for Thanksgiving, I did meatballs, tomato meatballs. It was good too, I think. And during winter break, I'll try to do really typical Belgian meatballs. So it's made of syrup. I mean, but not your syrup,
Okay.
a Belgian syrup that I brought from home. And it's sweet, but it's really good. And we used to eat it with fries too. So I hope it will be as good as when I do it at home.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I've cooked 2 Spanish omelets, one with onion, one without onion. I've also cooked, well, I call it sopa, which would be soup, but for you it's not soup, it's broth.
It's what?
Broth.
Like chicken broth or...
Yeah, like stock or.
Yeah, because when I told my host family soup, they thought it would be like with vegetables, chunks, and all that stuff. It's just like broth, and then you got like we grabbed like you know those pasta shells,
The what?
pasta shells.
Yeah, pasta shells. Yeah.
And you put like the burger meat mixed with a bunch of things inside of it, and then you cook all that stuff together.
Okay.
So it was like a escudella for me,
You
Yeah.
know,
and I'm gonna make the same thing again for Christmas. So
something that is really different here. When you say a soup, for me, the soup is just like literally liquid. That's
Yeah,
all.
liquid and
Here
pasta.
you will have. Oh, we don't put pasta in it, but I can picture it. But here it's like, for you, how do you call that? Chili
Yeah.
is a soup. For
Yeah.
us, it's not a soup
No.
at all. It's because there's meat
What would
and
you
everything.
call it?
Just a just a
chili.
meat, just a meal.
So like chicken noodle soup is not a soup for you?
No.
no.
Kind of for me. Yes.
Okay.
And like for example, we also talked about like our host families call spaghetti noodles, and for
Yeah.
us, noodles is just like
Pasta.
the Japanese thing. For me, spaghetti is like
Pasta.
pasta.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the first
For
time
me,
they
it's
told me
macaron.
we're eating noodles, I was expecting like an Asian thing.
Yes.
Then I came upstairs and I saw the pasta. I was like, oh, okay,
Okay.
well that's good for
Better.
me, but I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I made a brigadeiro. It's like a chocolate thing.
Mhm.
But I think they didn't like it because they didn't eat it. Yeah, but it's actually very good. Is my mom every time she asks me to do it because
Because you do it really well.
yeah, my family, and it's like you just condensed milk, and you put in a fire, like in a pan, and you put cocoa and just that and mix.
Do you have to eat it when
Yum.
it's fresh?
Some
Can it sit overnight?
yeah,
Good. You can bring some in tomorrow morning.
I can do that. Like
I'm just kidding.
some people like cold and some people like very hot. I like hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I think that'd be delicious. Sweet condensed milk and cocoa.
Yeah.
What else do
Yeah.
you
But
need?
this is brigadeiro de colher. It's like two types of brigadeiro. One brigadeiro is in every birthday party have that. So like in every birthday party have cake in the table and brigadeiro.
Okay.
So it's like that.
Brigadeiro. Probably butchered that.
Laya failed to make me any food, but
Really?
yes, she didn't. She talked constantly about making a Spanish omelet,
Very good.
and I kept telling her that I don't like onions,
Yeah.
and she would just have to
Oh,
make mine
I
without
love-
onion, and she was like,
So
"I'm not making it without
That looks
onion."
really good.
balls
Yeah.
of chocolate.
I love omelets and I love onions.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the opportunity, you can take it to school.
We'll try it.
I will try it.
But Laya made us pasta a few times, or not Laya, jeez. Victoria made us pasta a few times, which was really good. And we tried to make tiramisu, very hard.
It's a lot of ingredients.
It's really hard to make.
And alcohol, I think, too, right?
No.
No.
I thought there was.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. So what is it like to host a foreign exchange student? Is it tough?
It is so fun.
Is it
That's
like
just my
gaining-
experience.
Is it like gaining a sibling?
Yes. So for
Do you guys
Victoria,
feel like that too? Like,
Yeah.
for Victoria, she was older than me. She turned 18 while she was here, and I was in my sophomore year. And she's now like my older sister. Like I turn to her if I need help with anything or like life advice, I guess. But Laya is like my little sister. And so Laya like will text me if she needs help in an argument with her friends, or like if her mom's annoying her, she's like, oh my gosh. So like it's two very different relationships, and I love them both like the same, but in so many different ways. So it's a very cool experience to have.
to remind me of some of the questions that we asked our foreign exchange students last year, I was rewatching the one from last year, and I forget how much like Laya had such a good laugh. Like she had a
Oh my god.
she had a great laugh.
Yes.
I don't know what it was, but she was, I don't know, it was awesome. It was like loud, and she would like be embarrassed by it kind of too, but I don't know, it was just her personality. All right, next question. What's your least favorite American food?
Wow.
Pickles.
Pickles?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like pickles
I don't
at
like
all.
I don't like pickles either.
Yeah.
Pickles and the school turkey and gravy.
Oh no, it's so good.
We have that Thursday. That's Thursday.
I know.
I like it.
She eats mine.
I like it too.
I give it to Salome. Like she looks at it and I'm like, there you go. She just eats it for me because she loves it. It's so bad. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
A favorite place you've ever visited?
Like in the entire
in
world.
The entire world.
Entire world? Oh my god.
Italy.
You've been to Italy. We're in Italy.
Rome, Capri.
Okay.
Um,
You guys can help yourself to a Belgian cookie.
I was gonna say those are the
I
best
made a
ones.
cruise in like Europe, so I visited France and Spain and Italy. Yeah.
Mhm.
What was your favorite spot in Italy?
I think Capri.
Capri?
Yeah. Or Rome, maybe. I don't know.
Is Rome crowded?
Yeah, I just spent one day there. I saw the Pope and
There's
saw
no place in
the
Belgium.
college there.
That's Spanish.
It's not bad.
Not the same.
Doesn't taste the same.
This is Walmart's version.
I think my favorite place to go, like, I love the big city and everything, but we used to go to the south of France with my family every summer, and I just feel like even though it's maybe not the prettiest one, I just feel like it's coming home.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but
Yeah.
it just felt good to come back every year.
Yeah.
I think Italy because of the food, but I've also really I've been to London like 3 times, and like if I had the opportunity to go back, I'll go back because I don't know. Since I was really young, I've always loved that city a lot. I don't know why. I was
London?
just obsessed with that.
I hear a lot of Americans that go to London actually don't like it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
It's
wanna go to London.
like it's
I'd like to
really
go.
it's really like, rainy and really like kind of depressing.
I hear.
But since I was really young, I've always loved it. And New York, like I loved it. Both
Just the
times.
spirit of it
It's
was
so pretty.
so cool.
Yeah, and like I know, like in Barcelona, it also happens that everybody just walks around and just minds their own business. But in New York, it's like to a big extent because there's so many people that you can see, like you can just sit and watch people, and
Yes.
everybody's just minding their own business. They
Yep.
don't mind.
Yep. Yep. Do you want to ask the question?
What's your favorite American word? Come back to that one.
I love yap. Just
Yeah.
like
Yap.
yeah. It's just so funny to say it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't have one.
There's no phrase you go with every time.
What?
No word you say too often, or okay.
We had a lot of Victoria's phrase was, well, she said, yeah, sure, a lot. And my brother in Christ,
I never heard her say that one.
that she said it a lot.
Well, she is
And
from Italy, right?
Yeah.
Where the Pope lives. The Pope.
We actually played a prank on, I don't remember it might have been my grandparents because they're Catholic. And we told them that her grandma was like very close with the Pope. And that she saw the Pope came to like their house on like the weekend to play cards with her grandma. My grandparents were like, what? We're like, no, that actually didn't happen.
What is your what's your dream job? Because we don't know when you go back to your country. We don't know like what you want to do for a career. I guess
Have my own car dealership.
car dealership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Work with cars, selling cars.
Like fixing them too, or
No, just having.
just
Yeah.
selling them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my mom will laugh when she hears that question because that's what we talk all the time about that. Because I have no idea what I want to do later, but like she's like, okay, so maybe you can need to know what you're gonna do. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I'll know. But I've been like that for the past 3 years, so I don't know yet what I want to do.
Okay.
I'll let you know what I know.
But you still have 1 year left, right?
No.
No?
Like when I come back, I'm
College.
starting college,
Yeah, me too.
and for some studies, you have to take tests, which you have to study for a
Yeah.
lot. So that's why she's like, if you want to do something like in those 2 studies, you actually have to start studying now. So that's why I kind of have to decide what I want to do.
Yeah.
But being so far from home, it's just like I know I have to decide, but at the same
It's just
time, I'm
out
like,
of your mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be an engineer.
Nice.
What part?
I've said it to a couple of people in physics, and they were like, huh. In Spanish, it's telecommunication engineering. It's not like computer science, but it's more like related. Like you can work more in like the science field and like particles and all that stuff, but you
Yeah.
can also work in an office just making like, those are also the people that make like the satellites for like Wi-Fi. and
Nice.
all that stuff. So like I like it because it's like really wide.
Yep.
So
That'd be awesome. That's a fun job.
This is my favorite question on the entire sheet. What is your stance on Crocs?
Oh,
Crocs?
that's ugly.
yes, I cannot wear that in
I
Spain.
don't understand why people come to school with
Yes.
that.
And they were awful ones. They were
Yeah,
like SpongeBob ones.
That's the same thing.
Shrek one.
I don't know who wears them. But
I know who wears them.
Yeah. But I think
who wears
Crocs.
them too.
Crocs is better than Uggs. Uggs is very ugly.
Oh
no,
What do you
Uggs
guys
is
think
normal.
of Uggs?
no, they're not bad.
I asked for some for Christmas, so I'm not gonna judge them.
Have you guys ever
They're,
worn
looks
Crocs?
very comfy, but it's not. Don't look good.
I think it looks good.
I mean,
personally.
Uggs like the boots ones, okay, but then the
Oh.
other weird Ugg stuff,
Yeah.
I don't like those.
You guys have never worn Crocs?
No.
Yeah,
yeah.
we have a
Yeah,
lot
to
there.
stay home or
Yes.
to go like not to go to school.
Usually Crocs, it's what kids in daycare wear,
Yeah, that's true.
or people that work in like the med field, but like in daycare because it's easier like to change the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kids or like doctors, not people to high school. I would wear that in Spain, and I would get hated on to wear that. That's why I'm not buying those, because like I cannot use them when I go back. So
Victoria hated Uggs. She was like, mm-mm. And then Laya, she was like, no, I can't get Crocs. I'll get so bullied in Spain.
Yes.
Whatever. And then I think it was around Thanksgiving, she bought a pair of Crocs. And I think she wore them every day to school for the rest of the school year. We're like, are you going to wear your Crocs back in Spain? She was like, yeah, I have to. I'm just going to deal with the bullying.
We should set a note like on our phone right now, and like a year from now, we should send them all a pair
They're
of Crocs
all going to be wearing Crocs.
to their house.
We should try the Christmas tree.
Yes, do that. As we do that, I'll ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think you speak English?
oh my god,
I would say 5,
5?
Really?
6. I don't know. Like I don't have a good accent. Like I miss some accent
you.
part, but like I understand everything. But
Yeah.
it's just the way I talk.
Okay.
I think if you ask Renan, she'll say like 4.
Really?
Yes. But I think my English has been better, so I would
No,
say like,
it's better.
I don't know, 7.
I think your guys' English is good.
I think
I
all
think
of your guys'
I was
English
talking
is
with
really
Mia,
good.
and she said you have the better English than us three.
Really? I think Aroa has a really good accent.
me too. Like,
I would say like an 8.
Yeah.
And your vocabulary is really good. Like sometimes you
Thank
use
you.
word, I'm like, whoa, how does she know that?
Thank you.
Like it's words that I know, but I would never use them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Can you? No, this is funny. I can just hear the wrappers of these Christmas tree cakes. Can you say something in an American accent, like in America, meaning like here we have accents for different countries. Like if you're going to speak like Russian, you're going to like, "They're going to drink the vodka in Russia,"
Yeah.
right? Like so. Do you have like an American accent? Like you would make fun of an American saying, "Can you do something like that?"
I don't know how to do that.
I feel like if you do an American accent, it's just like, hi, so how are you? Or just like your R are really.
R's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what like shows that we're not American.
Yeah, the R's. Like, America is so much better. Than you, like, it's that sound, like the R or like the TR thing. It's like, or the words that start with like an S. Yeah, because in Spain we've got like, we don't have words that start with an S, so we just tend to put an E before. So, like, instead of school, we would say school. So, like,
School.
yeah,
Okay.
because we don't have words that start with an S. So, like, we usually, when at school, they told us, like, do it with your best English accent. You always do, like, the R things and the S at the beginnings of the word. So they're like, school. Because it's not natural for us to say school.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you almost feel like, and I think that's probably how our people that are in Spanish classes probably feel too, is that you almost feel like you're making fun of the culture by trying to speak it that way, but you're really not.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you're supposed to speak it.
Laya would yell at me when I would say Barcelona instead of Barcelona.
Barcelona.
It's like a
With the
TH.
TH?
Yeah. And same with Madrid. If I said Madrid, she'd be like Madrid.
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 Yeah.
Like,
And then people from Madrid said Madrid with like an
almost like a TH at the end.
We say
Yeah.
Madrid.
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 Like it stops at the I.
Yeah, Madrid. Like, it's because we see soccer, so it's Real Madrid.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Have you been keeping up with soccer?
she's secretly
No.
vomiting inside.
I never give up soccer, just Formula One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. So the last thing we have for you, basically, is there anything you'd like to say to your family or friends back home?
Hi.
In my language?
Yeah.
Ok. Mandar salve pra família Quixadá e pra minha família. Beijão.
He's like, oh my God, these Americans are so annoying. Take me out of here.
That was like a hostage video right there. To his family. Get me out of here. I winked twice. Sorry, Lucas.
You have the thing here.
Sorry, Lucas. I'm assuming you two don't want to say anything now after that. Thanks for coming in. That actually went way
Thoughts
longer.
on the Christmas tree cakes?
I thought it was
They're
good.
good.
Really
They're
sweet,
Good.
but
Really
good.
sweet, but they're good.
Awesome.
I'll take
And
mine
more.
home. If you guys want any of this food, take it with you because I really don't want to take it home.
Okay.
Or you can,
All right.
so. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. Thanks for
you.
coming in. This ended up being an hour long.
Oh my god.
Thank you
somehow.
for inviting
you.
us.
Yes.
So this is my favorite episode every year. So it usually gets a lot of views too. So send it back home to your family.
Yeah,
and-
I'm gonna
Hopefully they're gonna understand it, cause
Yeah, I think they're just gonna watch it to watch like.
Do they not
us.
speak
No.
I mean,
English very well?
like for example, my parents they speak English, but when it's you guys talking, like you guys talk fast, or
Yeah.
when with their American accent. So I think my dad
when we,
will
like,
just listen to
mumble.
it, but not understand everything.
Aw, yeah.
Or some of my friends are really bad in English.
Yeah.
So every time I'm just like showing something and people are talking in English, they're like, "Why are you showing us this? Like we don't understand anything you're saying."
But I think
Like it's okay. It's just so that you know what it is.
most of
Yeah.
my friends know. Some is like don't know nothing, like my friend Mateus, but he's really funny. And my whole family knows in English, so
Okay.
it's gonna be okay.
That's good. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.